Hi everyone, Gavin Townsend here with my new shorter haircut. I let a guy who calls himself Dangerous Dave go dangerously on my hair, so yeah, got none left. Today's subject is all about social media and how absorbed people are with it. I work heavily in the fitness game, and prior to that I was in the music industry. At 30 years of age, I have seen Google start from scratch, I have watched Facebook start from scratch, and I've also seen a lot of brands come and go, and I've seen a huge transition of people working and interacting on a physical communication perspective, as in having conversation, to now people being glued to their computers and to their tablets and not communicating as we once were. I've also seen, as a fitness professional over the last 12 years, a huge increasement of people working in the mental health industry. I'm not a mental health nurse. I do not know the exact statistics. All I am aware of is my surroundings and the fact that I've seen over 12 years of increasements in mental health issues. And I work heavily with the general public, and over the last 12 years being in the fitness game, I've worked with tons of people, probably about 20,000 people now. And with running my own brands, I naturally come into contact with a lot of people, both online and in store at my shop. So today's subject really is all about social media. There's over 600 social media platforms now on the planet. The Western community tends to live on the likes of Facebook first and foremost, then platforms like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Google now, and a few other platforms. With apps on an increase from Apple and other mobile devices as well, people are getting more and more glued to their computer screens. I keep saying to people as well that if you've watched the film WALL-E, yeah, the little cute robot, futuristic cartoon animation creation film, there's a perfect depiction of how we may be as a human race in the next couple of hundred years. Glued to a tablet, as we currently are, but lazy because computers and the likes of robots take over everything. Now, there's been a huge increase also in obesity and diabetes, especially in the UK today. People aren't eating healthily. People are claiming that they've got no time. Well, there's 168 hours in a week, and you're asleep for on average 7-8 hours a night for most people. Food prep and identifying with your health is really important, but unfortunately people are more busy than ever because they're glued to their tablets, they're glued to the screen in front of them, and online sales have never been so good. Why is that? Because again, people are distracted by their tablets. They find things more convenient to sit at a computer and glare at a computer screen. When I was younger, when I was a child, if we got bored, we went and played with our toys, or we went out and played football, or we interacted with other kids. And as a youngster growing up, I wanted to have my own DJ decks at 13 years of age, so I had to go and get a paper round. In fact, I had 16 paper rounds by the age of 14, and I worked damn hard to raise the money that I wanted. But then when I got bored, we played football, like I say, we played rugby. I was always into sport. We were allowed to get bored as kids, and we had to find something to do. I find nowadays people can't get bored because they just look at their screen and their computer or their tablet as a reach out for distracting them from boredom. And I'm finding more so than ever, especially in the fitness game, which I predominantly work in, that nowadays social media likes and followers are seen as some sort of currency, a value. And I got absorbed with it myself at one point a few years ago. I was like, oh wow, look at how many followers I've got on this channel and this channel. I use it strictly now for marketing purposes. This video is a marketing mechanism. Why? Because I'm a transformation coach and I help people. And I spend all my time helping different people from different parts of the globe, working on their lifestyles and nutrition, exercise, and a lot more than just a normal traditional personal trainer. The purpose of this video is just to make people think, to think that there's more to social media and to the likes of Facebook and all these different platforms and apps, etc. And like I say, when I was younger, we had no excuse to get bored. We had to find something to do. Nowadays, people are so glued to their tablets that they just don't get bored anymore. And therefore, people are struggling with sleep. People don't sleep as well as they once did. Again, people are claiming that they're time poor, but they're not time efficient. They're not managing their time properly anymore. And like I say, I find that relationships are being tarnished. I've found that many people are in unfaithful relationships as a result of social media. Trust has gone out the window. Loyalty is a non-existent thing now. I see all sorts of hatred. I see guys hating women, women hating guys on social media. I find that as opposed to traditionally talking to people in person about your problems, people tend to go to Facebook. Dear Facebook, I've got a problem. It's a bit sad really, isn't it? Going to Facebook to tell the whole world on how you feel. I try and keep certain things to myself. Business is something different. I market what I do, what I'm about, the services and products that I sell openly on social media. Why? Because I'm selling something. At the end of the day, guys, we all work for a currency that is a value to us to help us transact and buy products or services to improve our lifestyles. Anyone who says they're not working for money, he's kind of lying. And marketing nowadays is becoming more online than ever. I look at my own marketing mechanisms and I do more online than I ever did offline. So when I say offline, I mean through magazines, paper advertising. A lot of people have said, Gav, why do you put so many selfies on social media? It's simple. I went on stage for the first time last year and I had more interest in what I was about, posting a few photos up on social media, than I ever did spending £3,000–4,000 a year on paper advertising. And it just proves that the new future for us as a human race really is all online, which is quite sad really, because I've been working on a interactive one-to-one basis for many years, and my younger brother's just started as a trainer and we're going to be working closely together. But I feel it's really important, crucial, that we still keep this interaction on a face-to-face basis with people, because as other brands and other people decide to go more online with their lives and with their businesses, I don't want to be stuck in a relationship with a computer screen. I've met too many people over the years who are too cut off to the wider world because they're so absorbed in the screen. Yeah, the computer screen. Hello. We're having a communication, but unfortunately it's one way. I'm speaking to you and you can't speak to me. You could be saying anything and anything about me. But where I've heard it all. But the reality is that by having a physical presence with my business, with my working relationships with people, I find it will really help my online communications as much as offline. I find that a lot of people are very rantative on social media. They pretty much feel an urge to just speak their mind so freely, so openly to predominantly a lot of strangers. I have a lot of people who follow me. I find it hard sometimes because I was on a dating show last year, believe it or not, where I cringily high-fived this girl, and I can't even walk around my hometown without someone wanting to high-five me. We do sell a lot of clothing, which is fantastic, and again, I find it hard to go to my local gym because loads of people follow me on social media, and I feel bad sometimes because people come up to me, they know who I am, but I've never even seen them before, I don't know who they are, and I feel bad sometimes. It just proves that with the whole social media revolution, we're very in tune with the online world, but I find that the interpersonal relationships that we used to have as a human race are becoming very, very slimlined and very short-lived. And if you're going to spend your life looking and communicating with a computer, you're going to live a very low level of existence. So do yourself a favour. I've got a few tips. If you are looking at a computer screen all the time, you feel sorry for yourself or fed up. One, go and find some hobbies. Like for me, I'm really into the gym. I love travel, I love fitness, and I love music as well. So any given opportunity to do the things I enjoy, I make that a precedent in my life. So hobbies, doing stuff that you enjoy. Communicate with friends. And I don't mean just on Facebook or through Xbox 360 or through your PlayStation or through text. I mean actually go and see your friends, go and do stuff with your friends and communicate with them. The reason why I'm happy to have a physical shop is because it allows all my friends over the years to come and see me on a face-to-face perspective, which is fantastic. And most importantly, number 3, set parameters of how much time you're going to spend on social media. Personally, for myself, I try to just log into Facebook when I get an alert on a message. Every 3 or 4 hours I'd go on social media just to check messages. So it's business related. I can't get back to everybody, but I always have to prioritise paying customers and my friends and my family and the people who support my businesses. That's how I use social media. So don't let it rule you, and realise and understand before social media people actually had interpersonal relationships. Have a great day, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, speak to you soon.